Well, it's 9:45 p.m. September 29th, Monday. Football game's on. Denver is winning 21-3. Royals into the season 2 games above 500. No playoffs. Pitcher led the league in saves. Oh no, I saw something where Bobby Witt led the league in hits, American League. Him and Salvi both got 100 RBIs and 30 home runs. First time in Royals history 2 players have done it in the same year. Second time the pitcher has led the league in saves, I guess Dan Quisenberry. Well, the Royals were above 500. They didn't make the playoffs. They made the playoffs last year, so I don't know who's making the playoffs and what's their payroll. Do a little statistical analysis of that. I'm sure there's at least one small market team in there with a low payroll, below 50% payroll. Royals are decent. They just didn't do it. Chiefs did it the other day. They got Worthy back. Does he make that much of a difference? He made some big plays. They get Rice back, another speedster, and that can open it up. Turn on the heat. I don't know, maybe. I think I saw Tyreek Hill go out on the stretcher today, or a cart hurt his leg. He's the ultimate speedster in the NFL. The Chiefs traded, or money reasons, I guess. They didn't think they could afford him and want to get maximum trade value for him, but he's still out there. He's still the monster out there on the football field. There seems to be something called a bald head. Some guy sitting there at Texas Road or Longhorn the other day, blonde with the big glasses, gets up and leaves all huffy. Then the bald-headed guy turns and looks at me and says something. I didn't know what I was doing. And then the blonde on the other side of me with a guy, they were doing something. They said, I don't know. He said something about if he was a bald, I would, a bald. I don't know what it means to be a bald. Are these Sprint people? Had something going where the chairman of Sprint was bald, so if you want to be like him, you have to look like him. Well, he's been gone for a while from Sprint. Now I don't know. He was in the headlines of the local newspaper, so I mean, the guy famous around here, celebrity. Are those guys celebrities? They're no different than everybody else. Well, I think he was a Theta Pi, and had a Harvard MBA. No different than everybody else. Those are major differences. I got fired. He got $100 million in stock options, so he's not down on the street begging for money. He's a rich guy. How old was he when he got canned in the newspaper? I don't know. It's been a while. Sprint's no longer headquartered here, I guess. I mean, Sprint campus is pretty much, I don't know what the hell. I got other stuff there now. T-Mobile took it over. T-Mobile, there's T-Mobile Arena here. I guess T-Mobile Arenas in other cities. But there's still a classification of a male called bald-headed man. They're bald head. I'm not bald head. I got all my hair. Got this double chin that, 64 and all the shit. I'm not in good shape like that. I'm not as good a shape. I try to do. I've been saving all these Tai Chi videos lately on Facebook, and I did some this morning. I mean, they're not real difficult to see it, but if you do it for a half hour or so, I was a little bit tired, and I could feel it. I guess I'll do those exercises to get rid of your double chin. Maybe I'll do some of that tonight. I did some this morning, but it's your lymphatic system, your lymph nodes in there. Excess fluid builds up or whatever. I don't know. I've been not feeling that great lately. A lot lately. Well, I'm thinking maybe it has to do with my dental work that I've been putting off for years. So maybe I'm going to get that fixed. I don't know if that's what it is. That gap right there is pretty noticeable. I don't know. Maybe I should get some of those veneers, get better looking teeth, get rid of this double chin. Well, I've always been about money, so I'm more concerned with making $1 billion a week than anything else. So Walmart, you know, I own it. I don't work there. I don't work in the Latham Walmart down the street. Do you want to work there at that Walmart? If you want to pay me $1 billion a week, I do. The headquarters want to pay me $1 billion a week. Does headquarters want to pay me $1 billion a year? Hedge fund paycheck? Yeah, I want to work there. Do I want to work for minimum wage? No. Do I want to work where I'm not respected for my degrees and test scores? No. Do I want to work, period? Well, you're right. I'm so fucking poor. If I was rich, I wouldn't work, period. I guess they showed the people that own the Denver Broncos. Some of them are Walmart people, descendants of Uncle Sam Walton. Well, they got enough money to buy the Denver Broncos. I mean, I guess their family, they've got a lot of people who are up there on the top billionaire list. I'm not one of them. I don't know them personally. Would I marry one of them? Well, realistically, I'd say maybe. Am I joking about it? Yeah, a little bit. Would they want to marry me? Realistically, I don't. Probably not. I mean, maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. The odds are they probably wouldn't. Kind of like this blonde the other day. These two blondes dancing, Barley's. I kind of like looking at my own dance floor. One of them just eyeballs me. Then they're sitting by the bar. I'm talking to them. Well, one girl's got a ring on. She's married. And of course, the other girl wearing white overalls, white. She's not married. She's been there, done that. I said, you two ladies get to take me to Hawaii tonight after the music. I stand in line. And the one girl said, well, we're going to watch a football game tomorrow. I'm like, one of her kids is playing in a football game, Fort Hays. And one of her kids is in the pros, played for the New England Patriots earlier this season or preseason or something. I don't know. I guess he's in Canada right now. And her husband played for Baker or something. He's in the Baker Hall of Fame. She went to Baker. So, yeah, she's off the market. The other blonde, I said, well, do you want to get married? I said, I don't mean right now, right here to me, but in general, do you want to get married? And she's like, yeah. And the other blonde said, she's been there, done that. I was just trying to figure out a way to get them to take me to Hawaii or something. I'm just messing with them, see what they do. And they knew that probably. Didn't take anything seriously. And so I just, went home. Well, the other girl, this other blonde started looking at me, and then she was sitting there talking, showing her the heart right here. And the other girl, dark haired, brown haired girl, I guess she's a nurse. She got a little group. They're in there all the time. I see her in her little group, 2 or 3 of them. She ignores me half the time, doesn't look at me. But then she was looking at me. And when the blonde looked at me and I responded, she was like, then she came over, walked over towards me, and then walked like what? I don't know what. You don't want to dance with me or you don't like me, and then you want to what? I don't know. Of course, then I don't know. Cops last night at Texas Roadhouse, that was kind of strange, along with that bartender from Houlihan's. It was kind of strange. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Merrill Lynch, you owe me $1 trillion. Walmart, do you want to give me an invitation to come down to Arkansas, the headquarters, and talk to the board of directors? I'm willing. I'm open. I don't trust anybody. Never been arrested at Walmart. I've listened to bullshit and lies and crap. But, I guess Walmart's got that big old smiley face symbol, and they're all wholesome American. And yeah, I I've got $1.2 million, 2 million employees in America, the country's largest private employer. Now, when you say a private employer, to me, what's that mean? Walmart's a public company owned by the public, stock in the stock market. I own it. So I don't think it's private. But this whole issue of public and private's become a problem for 50 years. Part of the issue is it's fucked me up. Yeah, I went to Purdue Public, top 10 public for public companies like Walmart, like Sprint, like Merrill Lynch. It's owned by the public and the stock market. But nobody wants to give me respect. So fuck them. Walmart, I'd be happy to go down to Arkansas and talk to you guys for seriously. Merrill Lynch, you seriously owe me $1 trillion. So does PaineWebber and Smith Barney. Seriously. Everybody else. Coldwell, Reese Nichols, Purdue, Oklahoma State, IBM, Purdue Wilbers, shit, the list goes on and on, punks. Everybody involved with disrespect. It's $1 trillion, punks.